Hello, this is Not Usual Zero, and welcome to the final part of Resident Evil. Unfortunately, Tony's not going to be here to co-commentate as, well, he's a man of his own schedules, and unfortunately ours just don't align anymore, so I'll be doing this without him. So this is the mode you unlock for beating the game, at least in the Sega Saturn version of the game. So, if you're ever wondering what battle game is, you've come to the right place. Then again, that must be why you're here. Consider this the first, post-game mode that Resident Evil's ever had. Because I think, this predates Resident Evil 2's Extreme Battle mode. Battle game here is just a gauntlet mode where you go around the various rooms of the game fighting, all the monsters that you've fought up to this point in more challenging ways than usual. I'm going to be doing this as Jill because, gotta show her off, And this is her exclusive weapon. So you remember how Chris had the flamethrower? Well, Jill gets the bazooka. And you get it way sooner than you would the flamethrower. Remember Forrest's corpse from the beginning of the game? Well, that's when you get the bazooka. That's how fast you get it. And it's not anything like the flamethrower. This is not some crappy gun that you just, use once and throw away. No, this thing's a beast. This is what makes, Jill's playthrough so much easier. But really, that's about it. I guess she does have Barry to help things, but... well... the main thing that separates her from Chris, besides maybe, having 8 pockets, is the fact that she cannot take nearly as much hits as Chris. Chris is tough. He can take a lot of damage. Jill, not so much. She has maybe, a third less, maybe? I don't know. But basically, if any of these zombies grabbed me, that would have been almost entirely Jill's health. I think they could take off a majority of it in a few bites. So this is how weak we're talking here with Jill. She can't handle a lot of things. Yeah, that's maybe why she's an ideal candidate for battle game, huh? Anyway, most of the strategies you just use in single player still apply here. You just shoot zombies without much strategy. You pigeonhole these dogs here so you can take them out more easily. Otherwise, they become a royal pain if you try to fight them in the open. And here's an enemy I didn't really get to fight much in the main game. It's the crows again. Yeah, they are a mighty pain in the ass to shoot with the handgun. This is why I'm using shotgun here. I do not have much strategies here because these are enemies you just run away from because they're annoying to fight. For good reason. If you try to take them on with a handgun, you're only going to have a lot of trouble. And what would a gauntlet mode be without the bosses? I guess you can also consider this a boss rush, because alongside these enemies, you also have to fight bosses like Jan again. And this is why I packed acid rounds early on. Because you don't want this to be a pain? Well, here's a strat. Don't waste too much acid rounds. And bam, that's it. You do not know how many times it took me to try and do this properly. And I still missed once. Things just don't ever work out. Our reward for defeating Jan is another trip back to the save room here. So if you're ever running low on supplies, now is a good time to restock. Although at this point you really shouldn't be running out of much ammunition. But I guess this is the point where you do actually have to start caring about your resources. You know, proper resource management, how about that? I think I was just making fun of it back in the main game. And I mean, for good reason. If you ever play a Director's Cut with its easier difficulty, you don't really have to worry about inventory crises so much. In fact, whenever I play this game, I'm usually overflowing with items. Oh, by the way, if you hate spiders, look away. A little late for that, I guess, but my strategy here is just hide behind the table. Because if you fight them in the open, they're a massive pain in the ass. But don't you worry, I just hide it here behind the table, and that's it. Although a big problem might be that those little spiders there. I think you still take damage even when it's like you lose control of your character and it's like stage complete or whatever. Better have some health before you finish the level. Same here with all these like falling acid. Okay, if you're wondering what's going on here, this is Plant 42 without the V-Jolt. So if you didn't bother to like use it, or you know you made the wrong choices as Chris, you just had to fight 2 rounds of this thing. It doesn't really take much flame rounds to beat it, but yeah, that's it. Normally there'd be a whole host of strategies like keep running or whatever to avoid the acid, but who cares? Okay, now here's the enemies that you really are gonna dread when you're playing as Jill. The hunters. Ironically, in the the one place that they actually aren't in this version of the game. You know, instead of ticks, you got these hunters again. These are the guys I save the bazooka rounds and shotgun rounds for. I use shotgun here because gotta use the shotgun for the bazooka for better things. Contrary to what the internet would like you to believe, you can in fact shoot the hunters when they're in the air. It's very arcade-like actually, where like they get stunned for a pretty long while, and you can like shoot them again when they're in the ground. I guess that is their major weakness. And now here's the most actual annoying part of this, I'm pretty sure. I could handle hunters just fine, but Black Tiger here. I hated this thing. You know what would really help? An auto aim feature. You know what this version of the game does not have? Auto aim. You know what else I don't have patience to do? Play the Japanese version of this game. Maybe then I could actually probably play this properly, but no, I don't care. I went through all that effort to play through this game on the old school difficulty. You think I want to go and do that all over again? Oh, jeez. But yeah, there's no auto aim. You gotta do this, you gotta slowly turn yourself to hit this stupid thing. But at least on the bright side, you get to see the cool damage effects, I guess, where it loses limbs. Hope you aren't, you know, a little squeamish. And that's it. Just don't get hit by its, you know, like is it acid like web? I don't know. Just don't get hit by its webs. It does a lot of damage, and you don't take a lot of damage, unfortunately. Maybe if you're Chris, you might be able to tank a good chunk of them, but not too many. Not too many. There. And if you're wondering, this is the last part I ever did legit, basically. Up to now, this has all been unedited. But unfortunately, I only had like, what? a week to practice this. I had a family trip after this, but yeah, I did not have a lot of time. So, unfortunately, the rest of this is going to be a spliced run. I'm afraid to have shamed all of you viewers. Not really. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. But it's not like my co-commentator would have cared. Yeah, that's right. I think I did plan on doing this live once. This was just like a bunch of practice runs, but damn, did this like take me so long to do. You know, I thought this would be a cakewalk, you know, because I'm the certified Resident Evil expert here, but yeah, I couldn't do this like legit at all. It was really hard. Okay, finally get back to proper talking. Here's the new enemy here, and he's already gone. That was Zombie Wesker, the unique enemy type of battle game, and I guess by virtue, another one of the unique enemies with the Sega Saturn version of Resident Evil. Yeah, he's a super zombie, although kind of a weird super zombie in comparison to the actual super zombie that's in, you know, maybe not the original Resident Evil, but director's cut. He could take a lot of damage, but except for the Magnum, ironically. One of my least favorite enemies to fight here, chimeras. Okay, so if you thought the hunters were bad, wait till you fight these guys. They might not do nearly as much damage as the hunters, but I think their invincibility frames will convince you that they are in fact worse to fight. They can take a lot, and you can't do much about it. Like, this would be over way sooner if I could just shoot them when they're on the ground, but no, they can just take, they don't even like get hurt. So most of the time I'll just end up like just waiting for them to be open. Look at that, I'm out of shotgun ammo. Good. At least they're not, you know, immune to the Magnum. The Magnum will take out a lot of things very quickly, regardless. Except when the angle's very bad like that. Yeah, they still take an absurd amount of Magnum rounds to die. Like 3, jeez. Oh, and I hated this one here. This guy here who just... We'll get more to it later. I kept, don't worry, I kept recordings of, like, past strategies. Not all of them, but I did keep some of them. Oh boy, and this is the end. What are we gonna fight here? Why, it's not the inventory screen, but a gold tyrant. Yeah, not just your regular tyrant, a gold tyrant. What sets him apart from the other tyrants that you fought here? Why, it's the fact that he's absurdly just durable. Jeez, like he takes so many shots. He just does not die, ever. So while the regular tyrant, like, I don't know, he took like 6 Magnum rounds. 3 if you're playing like any other version of the game, but this guy, he takes, I don't know, like, he takes more than how many days there are left before the before the universe just burns out. He takes way too many shots, basically. I think I like practically empty out a Magnum on this guy, and he's just not dead. And mind you, you cannot run out of ammo in the battle game, because if you do, bad things happen. Unless you have the knife, I guess. But do you really want to knife this guy? Think of how many knife slashes that it would take to kill him. I mean, you're already seeing how much like shots he's taken. Well, assuming I don't miss here. But yeah, he takes a bunch. And of course, the lack of auto-aim does not really help you here. Then again, even with auto-aim, the Tyrant's still pretty hard to hit, so... yeah, consider that. Otherwise, you're still pretty much just playing Ring Around the Rosie in this room, trying to kill the Tyrant here. Sometimes it feels like I'm shooting him, but, you know, just whiffs on its own. I have no idea why. It's just like that. I think I complained about this before, about how the hit detection's pretty bad if you don't have auto-aim. The game was heavily designed around it. But even then, it just doesn't work in this room for some reason. And only this specific Tyrant room, apparently. Look at that. He just drained out my Magnum. But don't you worry. There he goes. Gonna end this off with a crotch shot, of course. Yeah. This is the mysterious zone, I guess. Where you just float around the void. It's just your character and the Gold Tyrant. Yeah, this is my score. I didn't get a very good rank, apparently. Actually, I don't even know what the ranks are like. Maybe I guess you can go up to an A, or maybe even an S, if you do a lot better than I do. And look at that, I say my illegitimate score. So do you want to know what happens if you run out of ammo, or if you just wander into the battle game without any weapons? That's right, you suffer a heart attack if you do not have anything on you to fight back. This is your punishment if you run out of ammo. I guess because they don't want you just wandering around waiting to die, they just do it for you. How nice. And here's all the outtakes I've had trying to deal with this stupid mode. I don't think auto-aim would have helped me that much in fighting Jan here, but... yeah, it's pretty annoying. This is the stuff you just had to deal with back before you had fine aiming controls. Oh yeah, look at that! That's the death animation for Jan. I think I talked about this, but yeah. If your health is too low, he just finishes you off by swallowing you whole. Your body doesn't even show up on the "you died" screen here. Yep, digested. And here's one of my one of the things I never thought would ever happen in my entire career as a gamer, but I never thought I'd get run over by a boulder either. I did, in fact, at one point get killed by Plant 42. How embarrassing. You just get split in half. Just a little pinch. And you want to know how tough zombie Wesker here is? Okay, for reference, the other super zombie, he only takes like 3 shotgun blasts to the head and 3 magnum shots. This particular super zombie, though, he takes way more shotgun counts than I've been able to accomplish. More than 3. And he's not out for the count. My one piece of advice is don't fight zombie Wesker here with the shotgun. Just use your magnum, please. Unless you're, good at this game.
All weak people exist to be eaten.
And here's the thing I was talking about earlier of how annoying this Chimera is. You can just hide out here and that's it. Run over. Gotta love these old games. And of course you have no auto aim. That could have been very helpful to tell you where exactly you could position yourself to hit him. Nope. Just waste a few Magnum rounds. And get lucky with the bazooka here. And even I, well actually you could have just seen that I was on danger, but yeah, one mistake on this fight when you're low on health, and that's it. Oh man. It's not like this fight's pretty hard to not get hit on, but I guess the pressure was too much for me. Yeah, that's it for a battle game. I hope you enjoyed entering the mysterious zone with me. It wasn't much, but it was neat, I guess. Anyway, that's it for Resident Evil. Fun time. Good times to be had by all. Kinda hectic though. When am I recording this? Actually, wait. When did I start this? I'd like to say it was January 2nd of last year. I'll be uploading this as soon as possible, so... Oh boy. Yeah, this took me a very long time to do. Yeah. Hopefully I don't spend this long on a Let's Play again. But I did enjoy my time on it. I guess that's what matters. And hopefully all 5 of you who made it to this point enjoyed it too. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll be signing off now. See you all soon. Hopefully not too far from now, but I can't guarantee that. Toodles.